last many weeks, we've been seeing bulldozers in action in Uttar Pradesh. As a result of rioting, of violence, the Yogi Adityanath government decided to take on these rioters by targeting their properties using these bulldozers. And the issue is now expected to come up in the Supreme Court, with the Jamiat Ulama-I-Hind filing a petition. This is a plea against the demolitions in Uttar Pradesh following violent protests over the Prophet remarks row. After massive clashes erupted countrywide over Nupur Sharma's remarks, bulldozers rolled down the streets of Uttar Pradesh, demolishing the houses of these riot accused. The plea by Jamiat Ulama essentially seeks the court's direction to ensure that no such demolitions happen in future and without following due process. The plea also seeks to act against officials responsible for demolition in violation of the rule of law and the municipal laws. Anisha Mathur is joining us live this morning with more details on this. Anisha, good morning. Will be interesting to see what the Supreme Court has to say on this matter, because just a few days ago, you had former Supreme Court judges, former High Court judges, all also shooting off a letter to the top court saying they must take note of this kind of bulldozer justice that we're seeing in Uttar Pradesh.
Well, yes, Akshita, this entire issue of bulldozer justice has raised a lot of questions in and outside of the Supreme Court. Today, of course, the Jamiat Ulama-I-Hind petition is set for hearing. We've seen that letter petition being sent by former judges of the Supreme Court, of the High Court, and senior lawyers, asking the Chief Justice to take cognizance of this entire situation. We've also had earlier in the when the Jahangirpuri demolition in Delhi had taken place, the Supreme Court on a similar petition by the Jamiat asking the government not to conduct any such demolitions without proper due process. So ultimately, the question that is really being asked by the petitioners, by the courts, by the judicial experts is all whether this kind of thing, what is happening, the bulldozer justice, is in retaliation to political protests, or is it the government actually doing what it's supposed to do? Now remember, the government has taken the stand that most of these properties are unauthorized or illegal constructions, and that the government has the right to demolish them. But the question ultimately stands is, was any notice of demolition ever given to the persons who are occupying these premises? Was any action or any notice ever sent to these persons who are occupying these premises? How exactly is the government justifying this kind of a sudden demolition drive when no notice or action was taken earlier? And thirdly, of course, and the most importantly, the allegations that these demolition drives are being conducted at the residences of persons who are accused of the crime of protesting against the government or destruction of public property. Now that is in itself, and we've seen what the legal experts have said about this, that just because somebody is accused of a crime does not give any person the right to even seize their property without due process. Here we are talking about demolition. So a lot of questions will be asked by the court.
That's
and
right.
The UP government will have to justify what they're doing. Back to you.
So we'll track all those latest updates that come in from the court with you, Anisha, through the day. Thanks for the moment for joining us.